bum facing the fence, 3 golf balls away, sort of heels almost on the cut line really. So it's probably a little bit more than 3 golf balls. Take your normal width stance and posture. And what we're really going to focus on here is the kind of rotation and tilts and the depth moves in your golf swing. Okay, let go of the club. This goes across your chest like this. Perfect. Go into your golf posture as best you can, your new posture. So we're tidying up that neck posture a bit. Now if you make a backswing for me from there, okay, so if this club was a little bit longer, for example, you'd see how that hits the fence.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to get you to feel in your rotation is if we tilt correctly, that club would not hit the fence.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of way we want to tilt. In terms of rotation, we want this club to get to kind of the just inside your foot without the foot rolling. So again, if the foot rolls, your knees move too much this way laterally, okay, and rotated. So what we want to feel is the recruitment feels more top down. Just go back to the start and just do this slowly. Keep this very still for me at the moment. So it's top down, so the shoulders start to move and tilt and turn like this. As they get to a position where you feel you're getting a bit stuck, then the glutes, hips move, and you'd feel them find that fence, and the knees would react last. As you would have seen from me working with Duncan there, we're after a 3-dimensional backswing. And what I mean by that is the backswing involves turn and tilt to get the correct position. So when we're talking rotation, this is basically just a pure rotation, and we want it from the what I would call the mid-spine or thoracic spine, the rib cage kind of area. But in order to make this usable in the golf swing, we also need tilt, or if you like, left bend. And what we need to make it 3-dimensional is obviously a combination of the two of those, so tilt and turn. And what I was getting Duncan to do with that kind of fence drill or wall drill is getting him to be able to feel the positions that I would like him to be in. The reason we want this kind of backswing is because it adds depth while staying in tilt. The tilt allows us to make contact with the ground. So if I'm tilted, I can get the club back down. If I turn behind the golf ball, it allows the sequence to work so the lower half leads on the way down. So the tilt and turn is vital to creating the right downswing. It provides power, consistency, contact, time and space. A lot of people will feel rushed in the golf swing, so if they don't turn correctly, it's normally because of that, and then they obviously get too eager to get back to the golf ball and end up rushing that downswing too much. Now the drill I gave Duncan was very much a feel-based drill. Now certain golfers love feel, certain golfers love concepts, and certain golfers need to be made to be put into the positions. So with the turn, obviously I can manually move him into positions. But realistically, the wall drill there, or the fence drill in his case, is really there to give him that feel. Can he get this club to the inside part of his thigh without this shaft ideally hitting the fence or an extension of the fence, whilst he stood just at 3 to 4 golf balls away? So initially what we did with Duncan is give him the feel and the conceptual element when he went to hit the golf ball. Can you now, when you're swinging, get your left shoulder to point down and move across as it rotates? Now as we rotate, we have a couple of other things that we would sort of refer to. Forward bend is this movement, so as we swing back we forward bend, that takes us more away from the ball. Back extension or chest up makes us tilt back towards the golf ball. So in order to turn correctly we need rotation, extension and left bend and a little bit of forward bend, and the blend of them all is what gives us the correct rotation. If we just do the drill that we gave Duncan, we kind of get all those without having to process all those thoughts to get into that position. So quite simply, once we've got our feeling from doing the wall drill, let's go ahead and hit a golf ball, trying to tilt and turn. So that would be kind of stage one. And for the golfer that likes the concept and a feel to give him trust in the concept, that's the way we would go. Quite often when a lot of golfers are coming to my studios, I have to manually move them into the position. And they go, wow, really that much? I go, yeah, that's about right. And I show them the video of it back, and they go, okay. And then they kind of accept it, understand it, and trust it, rather than me thinking, or them thinking, that I'm really overdoing things to get them into the correct position. Let me share with you one other way of us feeling this or seeing this so we can try and repeat it on the range. This is a real simple visual. I've got an alignment rod inside my right leg or my trail leg. And again, we can take the club, put it across our chest, and try and get these to match up. And again, I'm trying to get this club or my shoulder angle to point ideally within about a yard of the golf ball. So again, we could also have a spot here if we wanted to. So I'll just put a little mark in the ground there. And that's less than a yard, but again, it's just an area visual for us to aim at. So what I'm trying to do then in my rehearsals is trying to get what I would see as my rib cage across to that rod on the ground and my shoulder to point to that point within a yard of the golf ball if I can. Now obviously if you're tight in certain places physically, this will feel like a stretch. That's not such a bad thing. Moving well is kind of stretching. We want you to move well to influence how you would move naturally, and then try and take some of that on board to the golf shot. So even if it's not perfect, and I know my turn isn't perfect, we want to try and feel, okay, can I get close to that? In terms of shots, I can't really hit it any better than that. Straight down the middle, really, really well hit, well flighted. So loved the way that felt and did. And just moving a couple of practice swings to feel that kind of three-dimensional rotation is all I'm trying to focus on there. And then trusting the downswing, because I'm hopefully in a better place in the backswing to deliver better golf shots. Also, please let me know if you like this style of video, the kind of live interaction with the student or me working with the student. Let me know in the comments if this is a style of video you prefer to me on my own, just standing here talking you through golf concepts and ideas.